Will you mind yourself? You're in the box for Easter. Your first Easter in this world. Please, your first Easter.
And this was her
I would.
first Christmas gift.
I wouldn't want my big suit on with you tugging me. Sure, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Yeah. I've nothing for you. He pulled your hair.
Maybe got it.
He pulled his hair a while ago.
He wouldn't pull mine.
Yeah.
He pulled mine too. Well, isn't that happy, Steve? Yeah. Look at Dorothy.
Now, you see the lady taking your picture.
Is there a teddy bear here? I mean, a bunny rabbit here?
Bunny rabbit.
No,
So
Oh,
here,
they took him
sweetheart.
home. Bring out the basket
Oh,
of
they
eggs.
did.
Bring out the basket of eggs. Until Aidan sees what
Geraldine,
we have.
stand behind me and make funny faces. See if you can get them.
Now,
Eden.
you're in the video.
Daddy, you must have attention there.
Hey! Hey!
Look at Daddy. Look at Daddy. Look at Daddy out there. Call him, Daddy.
Hey, Ed! Hey! Hey! Hey, Ed! Hey! Call him the puppy.
Yeah. Now. Oh, do you see the lovely basket of Easter eggs we have? All from America. Isn't it?
That Easter bunny didn't come at all. He did. We never get him.
Sure. Leave him there,
That's
lovely.
sure.
Now, did we give you an egg? Did we have to eat an egg?
No.
Oh, Garrett. Come on, Garrett. Let him hold it. See what he does. Just let him hold it. Let him hold it.
No, it's all right, she does. Yeah, hey, give him my candy.
Ah.
I know, let that fall and fall.
No candy is left at dinner.
No, he didn't.
Now look at the lovely coloured eggs.
Over.
First egg you had.
In there, Nancy.
I'll do a mixture. No, go ahead and take that. I'll just take something else.
He's got the bug now. He's got to be a violinist. Johnny will say, one doctor in the house is enough. He's got to be a musician.
He's doing that.
Yes?
Kathy, he's doing that.
Kathy, yeah, she's still. Did you see this? When you were there? Did you see this? Yeah.
She knows they did a whole dinner here last
They
night.
have a book I can use.
Play this in here. Play this.
Yep, George Jackie, they did a whole dinner for her last
Wait on
night
now.
here.
Wait on. We tried this. Now have to blow it.
No,
Can you give Mama a can go on there? You give
that could
Mama
burn someone over right. Don't put that by someone's face, okay, bud?
That's good.
Thanks, bud.
This is the high one. Right here. Play this one now. Squeaky one. Wait on that. See?
Do you have it on record now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where we are. You popped up the window.
put that on right.
I'm Paige. I'm Paige.
What do you want?
I want to be pushed.
Nora, can you give them a push? Listen down.
Wave. Wave.
Yeah.
Wave him some more.
What do you want, honey? Push some more.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to push some more?
One time.
One more time.
Yeah. Push him more.
Whee!
A long time.
Here we are. We're at Aunt Sally's house in May of 1987, right?
Yeah.
All three boys sitting on Aunt Sally's swing. Anthony Joseph, Patrick Collin, and Emmett Ryan.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart.
Next time don't you sing with me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S,
H-I-J-K.
T, L, M, N, P,
L-M-N-O-P. H-I-J-K.
Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. You guys
Okay.
not do
Emmett Ryan. Wait, Patrick. Count to 10 for me, please.
10.
No, I said only Patrick. Go ahead, Patrick.
One. Helen.
1. Go ahead.
Helen.
Now,
I'm pissed. Okay, I'll do it first.
Go ahead, Patrick. Count, honey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yay! Good boy.
Good boy. ABC. Sing the ABC then. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N,
Whoops.
P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. H, I, J. No, I know how. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Q, R, S, T, H, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now, my ABC. Next time, will you not sing with me? Whoa, want me to give you a big push? Come on here, I'll give you a big push. Come on here, I'll give you a big push. Okay? Ready? Yeah.
Now watch his fingers. Say hi to Anthony. How about Grandma? Can you count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
M-I-K.
9, 10.
Count again, sweetheart.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Good. Can you say hi to Uncle Mike?
Hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Uncle Mike.
Hi, Mom.
How about to Aunt Sally?
Hi, Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Now what's gonna be my
Mike, your house is Anthony.
Hi,
Anthony or Patrick, can you sing Sesame Street? And
Look at Grandma's the microphone. Put the microphone out your mouth and do it.
Sing Sesame Street, honey.
Mom.
No, wait. Give Anthony a turn now. Here, Anthony. Here it is, Anthony. He's giving it to you, Anthony. Okay, Anthony takes a turn and then Pat your turn. Okay, good boy. That's good. Now Anthony sings some songs.
Easy money. You say you fool myself, but the good reputation is on the line.
Come
I
here.
say come back a fumble keep. Baby, I don't know.
Turn around.
Don't stop.
Go ahead, dance.
Start over, sweetheart.
You can dance too. Don't be crazy.
Come on.
That's what my
Don't let him play the piano.
Oh, Patrick, come here.
Come on, Anthony. Turn around here and do it for Grandma.
You have to be crazy like Greg is on that machine. Oh.
Come on.
Let's stand up. Oh, my God. What up, milk kisses?
Mama, here.
God, what up, milk kisses?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Do not F, V, U, C. W, K,
Oh, God, I need a
Giant
bath.
tree. Now I count my baby knees. Next time confusing with me. You say you fool myself, but the truth application is on the
bless
line. I say come back a fumble keep. Baby, I don't know. See that picture. You say fool myself, but the good reputation is on the line. I say come back a fumble keep. Baby, I don't know.
Okay, now sing,
E, D, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time not you sing with me. Excuse me, I'm gonna next this thing up.
No.
Nora, how about that scenery? Is she done?
They call.
Is she all right? Who has to go with you? Does Michael have to go?
We got the guy to knock the cover off the ball. Let's hear it now for the team that came to play. Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today.
That's great. That's nice.
It We're gonna win, Twins, give it our all. We got the guys to knock the cover off the ball. Let's hear it now for the team that came to play. Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today. We're gonna win, Twins, give it our all. We got the guys to knock the cover off the ball. Let's hear it now for the team that came to play. Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today. We're talking baseball. Viola and the G-Man Twins baseball. Herbeck, he's a key man. Beckerson and Butcher coming through.
There's Smithson and Bruno Puckett.
There's Smithson and Bruno Puckett too. Just like Tony, the Killer and Carew. Talking baseball in Minnesota. Allen, Burrington, High School and
Corella had a no-hit game. Danny Thompson.
what a shame. Danny Thompson, what a shame.
No.
High School and you know what? What?
What can we say? We love
What can we say? We love to watch him play. Know what else?
How does that song start?
I didn't
Go.
Go ahead, Ann.
You want to dance? Go ahead, dance right here.
We're talking baseball. We're talking baseball. Kirby and the T-Man Twins baseball. What? guys to knock the cover off the ball. Let's hear it now for the team that came to play. Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today. Oh, we got the guys to knock the cover off the ball. Let's hear it now for the team that came to play. Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today. Out of Hippo Bay. Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today.
Woo.
We're gonna win, Twins, give it our all. We got the guys to knock the cover off the ball. Let's hear it now for the team that came to play. Cheer for the Minnesota Twins today. Living in an uptown world. What else?
But she never had a backstreet guy.
But she never had a backstreet guy. Mom, don't do it. Stop. I can't hear this.
I can't remember.
Uptown girl, da 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 da.
I don't know the words.
And
Mark
though
Wahlberg.
she never had a backstreet guy.
And then when we
Not a backstreet guy. But now he told her.
And her mama never told her
Oh. And her mother never told her why.
I'm gonna
Oh. I'm gonna try for an uptown girl. My uptown girl. You know I'm in love with an uptown girl. My uptown girl. Thundercats are loose. Dun-dun. Hear the magic, hear them roar. Thundercats are loose. Dun-dun. Thunder, 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 thundercat. Dun. Thunder, 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 thundercat. Is that all?
Stand there, wait a minute. Stand there and count to 10 for Grandma so she can put you on tape.
Come here, Patchy. Come here. Now, where are you?
Look in the camera.
Now,
Come on over
where-
here.
Come here.
Right there.
Look
Okay,
here,
now look at Grandma and count to
Patchy.
10.
No, wait a minute.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Good, hon. Want to do it again? Oh, okay.
No, please don't do that. Do that now. One time is enough. I like that song.
Okay, here we go. Hurry up, my tape's running out again.
I don't know that. I don't know the words. It's hard.
How about this really go?
Sing into it.
I
can't
can't
hear
think of all the words that go to it.
What are you thinking?
Well, we can play it, and I can sing it if he's singing it. I don't know if he's singing. I don't know.
Hello, my friend.
Oh, that's it. Hello, my friend. Hello. Just call to say hello. I think about you.
I know what to do.
I know it's late, but I couldn't wait. Okay, tell me the rest.
I don't know.
Hello.
Hello.
My friend.
My
That sounded pretty.
It's good to me so. It's good to love you like I do. I don't know how the rest of the words go.
Go ahead again.
Maybe I can. Honest to gosh, I do not know the words.
Remember your song? Remember that?
Kathy, get this baby not crying.
I don't know if you can never me.
Pick him up.
Start spreading the news. Where I'm leaving to.
But in the meantime, my Katrina had weeded at least stayed part of the time you were looking. Are you ready?
Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Ryan Michael.
Dry up and never.
Hi, Ryan Michael. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Pumpkin. Doo-doo. Ryan Michael. Hello, sweetheart. Hi, precious love. Hi, angel boy. Hi. How are you, honey? What you doing, sweetheart? Huh? What are you doing? Huh? Did you have a nice suppy, Angel? Did you? And a nice little nap, too, didn't you, Pumpkin? Huh? Sure you did. Sure you did. Yeah. Yes, who is that? Is that Aunt Nora? Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, lover boys. Oh.
Start that again, that last part. Oh, okay. Go on and do what you do with double vision. See, he doesn't listen to me.
Martin, do something with double vision. Oh, the plug.
Thing on. Put the thing on.
Boo. They don't believe you can sing.
You don't think?
No.
Crank that up.
Crank it up. Okay, I'll crank it up. Wait.
Crank it, baby. Oh, brother. Oh. Yeah. The Wibble coming at you.
Moving.
Driving up the ladder of your love.
Come here, Kathy.
Hurry up.
My nose.
My news.
It's you.
Okay, sing.
Keep on singing.
Martin, do something from what you sing. How do they announce themselves, double vision?
Say, what's up? No.
No, come on.
Come on, double vision, do it.
Do something, please. I've never heard you. The kids say you sound good, but I don't know what you sound like.
You know it, man.
Well, then go ahead and show us, please.
What kind of music do you want to hear?
Anything you
I
want
want
to
to
do.
hear something you sing. Come on.
Anything you want to do, we'll hear.
Everybody's talking about the horizontal bow.
The horizontal bar. Can you play?
That's sort of a foul song.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
this has to be decent.
Yeah, decent.
All right, what's that song? Lionel Richie does. Hello? Yeah, do that one. Yeah, you do that nice.
that kid requesting a song or what?
Yeah.
Those crazy nights I do remember in my youth. I do recall those were the best times most of all. In the heat with a blue jean girl, burning love comes once in a lifetime. She found me singing by the railroad tracks, took me home, we don't stop the moonlight. Those summer nights are calling, stone in love. I can't help myself from falling, stone in love. Dusty roads led to the river, burning slow. She pulled me down. Ooh, I get closer. We don't ride, yeah. In the heat with a blue jean girl. Burning love, come once in a lifetime, and the memory's gonna fade away. Golden girl, I'll keep you forever. Those summer nights are calling, stone in love. That song?
Guess what? Me and my mom saw a bird with a worm in his mouth.
Johnny was a schoolboy when he heard his first Beatles song. Love Me Do, I think it wasn't from there, it didn't take him long. Got himself a guitar, used to play every night. Now he's in a rock and roll outfit and everything's alright, don't you know? Johnny told his mama, hey mama, I'm gonna wait in. I'm gonna hit the big time, gonna be a big star someday, yeah. Mama came to the door with a teardrop in her eye. Johnny said, don't cry, mama, smile and wave goodbye. Don't you know, yeah, yeah. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know, don't you know, don't you know that you are a shooting star? And all the world will love you just as long as you are. Johnny made a record, went straight up to #1. Suddenly everyone loved to hear him sing a song. Watching the world go by, surprising it goes so fast. Johnny looked around him and said, well, I made the big time at last. Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? And all the world will love you just as long as you are a shooting star. Then the kid jams on a guitar.
Yeah.
Then it goes, Johnny died one night, died in his bed. A bottle of whiskey, sleeping tablets by his head. Johnny's life passed them by like a warm summer day. If you listen to the wind, you can still hear him play. That's the end of the song.
You have to, but that's, you sound nice without music playing. I bet he sounds nice with the music playing. I like the music.
I can't lie. No more love you never.
Look closer, Mark.
All my pictures They sing songs like, on the day I was born, and then the nurses all gather round. They gazed out of wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said, leave this one alone. She can tell right away that I was bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad.
Martin, do the hello again by Lionel Richie. They sing nice ones. I mean, you know, it's not hard rock. Do now, hello. Where's your music? Do you know the words? You have to memorize a lot of words for that.
Well, you guys have to wave.
Wait, this is motion picture.
Yeah,
You look like you're leaving.
You have to move around because this is a video.
On a boat or something.
Let Kathy cool one second. Oh, nice.
That's too far away from me. You don't see any. You don't see them. There's a few choice words in this case.
Okay, now let's see. Do some other things. Lots of practice.
I wish this was all automatic, you know.
They'd best be coming out, Mike. Okay, sort of walk over around the tree.
Oh, Kathy, I don't want to be in a... Oh, where's your sock, Kathy? One sock? Can't your husband afford two?
Sort of like, you know, look back. Oh. Oh, what time are you coming home, honey?
Probably around 5:30.
5:30, okay. Now, you know, I already told your mom, Dawn, about, you know, but Martin's father will be here. I haven't made these plans before I knew what you guys' plans were, you know. So you look so nice. You really look so beautiful.
Guys. And we'll go to the prom and we'll stand there and take pictures with you.
Kathy's gonna go and follow after you, so we'll know what to do.
Let's, we might as well
got
get
that, Sally. Come on.
Yes.
None of that stuff. No one knows. No drinking.
Okay? Okay. Well, watch her, Martin. Why didn't you ever ask me that?
Because I've got to look at chicks and loose women and stuff like that.
We're on tape, you know. She's getting us on tape.
Bye.
Bye.
Can't you turn the tape off and just take pictures? So some of us can talk out in the car, the moon, the stars. Hey, there's the belly. There's that belly.
Otrids, a special kind of goby, feed by nosediving into the sand. As with the sea cucumber, they process each mouthful, retaining the food and blowing the sand grains out through their gills. They're sometimes called bulldozer fish because they shift vast quantities of sand using this feeding technique. The black-spotted goatfish searches for worms and shrimps. Probing with the pair of barbels on its chin, it uses these antenna-like appendages to locate its catch. The ends carry tiny taste buds, and the fish can follow the trail of their favorite prey. The wrasse accompanies the goatfish, eagerly waiting for any small animals disturbed from their hiding places in the sand. The reef has numerous examples of close associations of different species called symbiosis.
With their extremely high species diversity, coral reefs present a tremendous array of associations between animals. These can take many different forms. The animals can be living with each other, or feeding together, or living on each other, right up to various degrees of parasitism. This association between animals is shown very well by crinoids, which are really a very beautiful, large food-catching net.
Crinoids capture small animals and plants drifting past them in the water. Feeding, usually at night, the crinoid passes the food by bending its tiny arms, sweeping the food into grooves, and then onto the mouth. Other animals living on the crinoid reap the benefits, and there may be as many as 15 to 20 shrimps, a brittle star, a whole variety of worms, and perhaps even a snail or two, all living on the surface of this crinoid and taking food from it. There are many types of crinoids to be found along the reef, including this feather star. A closer look reveals a unique type of bristleworm, less than an inch in length and nearly indistinguishable from its host. They're only found on crinoids and cruise around on the surface, feasting on the plankton and mucus that is being passed down the grooves in the arms. This kind of association between animals is called commensalism, in which one member benefits without helping or harming the other. A different kind of association called mutualism is illustrated in the relationship of this spine-cheeked clownfish who lives among the waving tentacles of a giant sea anemone. The bulbous tentacles bear batteries of stinging cells that would kill a small fish, but a protective mucus coating shields the clownfish from the deadly potential of its host. For the fish, it means protection from predators who dare not approach, and scraps of the anemone's food and even its wastes provide a bonus to the fish's normal diet of plankton. The fish cannot survive without the anemone, and in turn the anemone depends on the fish to repel its predators. In many ways, the animals on the reef cooperate for their survival. The phenomena of species in close association with one another can take a variety of forms. This trumpetfish, named because of its long tubular snout, is a hunter of shrimps and small fish. To trap its prey, it often disguises its approach by riding above the back of a larger fish and creeping up unnoticed. This one has increased its hunting success by using a wrasse as its stalking horse. Sometimes it's easy to see how both animals benefit from a relationship, and the goby and pistol shrimp provide such an example. They are improbable partners, but the goby needs a burrow in which to shelter, and the shrimp is an excellent digger. The shrimp has poor eyesight and so benefits from the vigilance of the fish who protects it. The shrimp is busy excavating and feeding, and the goby lies perched at the entrance of their soon-to-be shared burrow. It's a temporary refuge for the fish during the day and a nighttime retreat. When danger looms, a warning flick of the fish's tail is sensed by the long antenna of the shrimp, and down it goes, often followed by the fish. Another reef inhabitant, the blenny, takes advantage of an abandoned mollusk shell, cleaning it out and claiming it for its own. These unusual little fish are only about 3 inches in length. This coral knoll has been chosen by 2 small fish to conduct one of the most remarkable of all associations among animals, the cleaning symbiosis. These fish are cleaner wrasse, and they perform a function vital to the health of many species of fish. They feed on the parasites, food scraps, and damaged tissue found on the surface of their clients.
That really is one of the most superb cleaning stations I've ever seen. It's really isolated from the coral around, and so it really does look like a station to which other fish go. And with all those clouds of little blue chromis all over the top of it, it's just really, really beautiful. But some of the fish that are going to that, parrotfish, they're going about every 15 minutes to get clean, just hanging over the top of the station with mouths open and their gill covers open, getting picked clean. It really is a very, very good station indeed.
Cleaning is such an important function on the reef, and such a good source of food, that dozens of species engage in it. This little wrasse, Labroides demediatus, is probably the best known. As it picks at the parasites on the surface of this parrotfish, it even enters the gills and cleans the fish's teeth. Its horizontal stripes, in sharp contrasting colors, advertise its role, as does its jerky, fluttering swim. These visual signals even give the wrasse immunity from predators that would normally snap up small fish like these. One type of fish actually mimics the cleaning wrasse, assuming its same colorful pattern. When larger fish approach, the mimics bite at the more vulnerable spots near the fins and escape with a morsel of food. Fish have small crustaceans that are external parasites, and numerous species of fish come to this part of the reef to be cleaned. The cleaner wrasse also helps the larger fish by cleaning their wounds or damaged tissue. Even the black-spotted goatfish takes advantage of this cleaning station. In some parts of the reef, the platforms of coral reach out for sunlight, forming walls of what seem like deeply carved canyons. The reef by day is a hive of activity, but this is a dynamic system and nothing shows this better than the change from day to night. At dusk, the day-active creatures search for safe holes in which to spend the night, a time when hungry predators use the confusing half-light to snap up their prey. It's only with the aid of high-powered lights that it's possible to see anything in this world of darkness. Disturbed from sleep, drifts gently into Alistair's hand. The plankton, too, is different, rising out of its daytime refuge in the sand and emerging from hiding places in the reef. Attracted to the light, it forms a shimmering spectacle. Crinoids spread their welcoming arms to this nighttime feast, and other species crawl from their daytime crevices to feed. Crinoids are ancient animals and were probably daytime feeders millions of years ago. As new predators like fishes evolved, crinoids retreated during the day and came out at night to feed. Without the light, this frenzy of nighttime activity would go unnoticed. The coral polyps everywhere on the reef are extended for feeding. This mushroom coral has a single polyp only 5 inches across, its tentacles exposed above the central disc. While some members of the reef pursue their prey, others seek shelter. This fish, aptly named the clown sweet lips, has been startled from its sleep and scurries off. Coral polyps open up at night when it's safer to feed, and their slender stalks come alive with animals reaching out to feed. A flatworm is disturbed from the bottom. A sea star with armored skin emerges from hiding to search for food. The questing siphon of a ton shell tests the water for the scent of its prey, perhaps another mollusk or even a sea star. A hunter of the night, it hides by day deep in the sand. A tube worm unfurls its feeding fan. A part-time fish cleaner, the banded coral shrimp, pincers ready, waits for customers. A spiny sea urchin leaves its burrow to graze on algae, hauling itself around with its long tube feet. This urchin is also out to graze, its massive primary spines erected for protection. The spines also serve to wedge it into deep crevices by day. All of these strange creatures of the night share one thing, the cloak of darkness for their activity. darkness, offers rest for the day-active fish. Normally, a diver would not be able to handle the fish in this way. Only in its half-sleep does it allow him to come this close. Some parrotfish, like this one, secrete a mucus bag in which to spend the night. Pumping water, its breathing inflates the bag that surrounds its body. The bag protects the fish from moray eels and others that hunt by smell. The massive beak, which gives parrotfish their name, has the upper and lower teeth fused to form a powerful scraping mouth. With day once more, they are up and feeding in great schools as the tide floods over the reef flat. They are one of the major herbivores of the reef. As they bite and scrape at the algae, they also take up large quantities of the dead coral on which the algae grows. They feed like herds of cows, leaving great teeth marks to show their passage. The scarred coral reveals their damage. They are a destructive force, but they're part of the natural process of growth, destruction and consolidation that builds a reef. Massive bony plates in their throats grind the algae and rock into a sandy paste. The food is absorbed and the remaining sand is voided in curtains through the water. The effect of the fish feeding on the coral and the action of the waves eventually grind down the reef into sediment. Almost every particle of this sand was once part of the skeleton of a living organism. The sediment may eventually fill crevices in the reef framework and subsequently be cemented into coral rock. This rich sandy bottom is often used as a daytime hiding place for many of the reef inhabitants, but it can also serve a different purpose. Most marine animals simply release their eggs and sperm into the water to take their chances. But some, like this triggerfish, build nests. This behavior has so rarely been seen, let alone filmed, it's unclear whether it's the